No worrying mouth.
So question. What was the record when you felt like nobody can fuck with me?
The newest shit I'm finna drop. Like the latest shit is my greatest shit. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the zone I'm in. Period. Right now, I feel like I mean, you know, I've had certain people hit me like, bro, you like the most versatile nigga the game that really ever seen. It's just been a development thing, but I don't know, man. I just feel like where I'm at right now, my latest is my greatest, man.
You felt like artists went to you in the beginning more on the let me go to him for my single or the Paris shit and what was the Drake single?
The trophy shit.
Trophies, like they went to you on that way, and now I feel like you only do albums with people. Like it's tough to like just get one-offs with you.
I mean, I just did Don Toliver's single. I only did one on his album. He got a #1 album right now, so it's like I still do the shit, but certain artists, when they really come through and they see what I'm doing, they like, nah, I can't leave here, bro. I gotta stay. Like, look at, you know, Nas, first Grammy, you know, come around just fucking around, bro. We just having fun with this shit, and I'm just trying to allow them to like to still be them, whether it's Sean, whether it's Nas, whoever I'm working with. Just do you to the max. I'ma do me, nigga. We both know we good. Like this shit gonna go somewhere. Period. That's how I look at it.
What you prefer though? Do you like getting into
bro,
do one joint?
I like to make music, bro. I can't even call it. If I could have did Don Toliver whole fucking album, you think I wouldn't have?
Of course,
nigga,
yeah.
You got a great album, by the
way. Crazy.
Yeah, his album's crazy.
Is melodies bar none.
Yeah.
I had 10 songs with the nigga. At one point, they was talking about using 6 of them. They only use 1. That's how the game going. Yeah. That's what you just gotta take in stride. Like before, when I was the younger me, would have been probably
felt some way about that.
Oh, these niggas gonna tell me to hold all these beats and they don't use them. Like it don't matter though. Like make what you can, nigga, and keep it pushing, bro.
Right.
But with that strategy of like working with the younger artists like Don Toliver and then also working with Nas. Do you switch in the mode of, all right, I'm kind of Yoda to the younger guys, but Nas is Nas to you? Is there a different approach in how to make those records and where to overstep and when not to say certain things or let people do shit or be like, yo, let me show you how to make this record?
I mean, I feel like even new artists, they might have they got damn near more confidence than the OGs because they don't give a fuck. They think everything they do is stadium, arena level shit, which is beautiful for me because I'm working with, you know what I'm saying, niggas who got records that's popping now, and I'm like, damn, these niggas come in the studio like, yeah, nigga, this shit out of here off first rip, and I'm working with the OGs and they be like, hold on, let's think this shit out a little bit. So it's a nice balance to see both sides, and I just got, man, so much knowledge, bro, like to apply to both sides from this shit, because I can take the energy of, you know, a young nigga that'll come in and do 3 songs in an hour versus a nigga who like finna write out all the lyrics and make sure every line perfect. Like I could balance that shit out.
Did you learn working with a legend like Nas? Like, what was something you learned creatively that you took from Nas and the way he creates and added it to the way you create?
Man, a whole lot, bro. A whole lot, but to be super intentional about everything that you're saying. Like make sure the shit is facts. Make sure the shit is solid information. And going back, listening to, I mean, I was young when Nas was, you know what I'm saying, first coming out and shit. Fucking didn't even imagine me making music, but going back hearing this shit, I'm like, damn, he always been this critical thinker. He always been like, he reminisce on the past and he able to put it in context and guide you through that shit. It's just crazy, man. So I don't know, I learned plenty from bro.
So you actually went back and started like listening to a lot of his old shit once you started creating with him?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, man. Like when we was doing the first King's Disease, I remember just one day just listening to all the intros from all his albums and just like making sure that like the energy, what he was saying, what I was doing on the production was gonna make sense. And I'm like, yeah, this shit line up. Like this where he at in life now. He not fucking 20-something years old. He is however old he is, and I just gotta let him do him, and I'm gonna compliment that shit.
I feel like with Nas, and I don't know Nas, but just from watching him my entire life, I feel like Nas probably don't really fuck with people like that. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Nas just, he's not.
He don't have
to.
Even
outside,
exactly,
of course not. But even when he didn't have to, I feel like Nas probably just still didn't fuck with people.
Yeah.
Like he kind of kept to himself and did what he wanted to do.
But when he fuck with you, he fuck with you. Like, bro, like, then came to my mom birthday parties and shit like that. Like, it's like niggas in the game. It's niggas that's like super in my age group that won't even do shit like that. And he like, nah, I really fuck with this nigga. Nah, he see the energy and the seriousness, the time I'm putting into everything talent. We doing.
Right.
So he like, man, like I'm really about to embrace this guy, which is beautiful, bro, to see.
But and did that spark from personality though? Like, cause I also feel like even if you have the hottest beats, Nas still wouldn't sit and do an album with you. Like, was there some type of friend connection that y'all hit? Cause of course the music is great on both sides.
He a Virgo.
But what's the one going?
Virgo, for sure, right? Yeah, of course. I get along with Virgo niggas. Like my nigga Chasing Cash started the surf club shit, came up in that shit. Man, like I don't know. I just always got along. I get along with 2 Chainz. That nigga Virgo too. Like it's just something I guess creatively I just connect with them type of people.
You know, we ain't really with the gossip shit, right? But so when the Ye album came out, and I wanted to text you about this, but I was like, all right, when I see Hit, I'll just talk to him. But you had some interesting things to say, and to be fair, I understood what you were saying, and in kicking it with you, I'm like, Hit is not. You're not the guy that's gonna say something for clickbait shit. Like if you say something, it's because you really feel that way and you being honest. I just think that cameras were around and shit got out. And but you said some things where it was like,
a private.
No, I know.
We all had those moments.
I know. Like looking at it, I was like, he gonna be sick that this came out because you're not that type of guy. But you said some things that was interesting, and from the look on your face, I know you that's like I wish that never got out because it was a real honest, vulnerable moment that you was trying to have.
Bro, I woke up at like 6 in the morning after the release party, nigga blitz from the night before.
Right.
First thing I see, cause I always check my emails when I get up. Like, before I click on my shit.
Yeah.
That's an email from Jay-Z, bro.
Oh,
that's the first thing I see. I was like, fuck, before I even opened it.
So tell me,
with an LOL, I assume.
First sentence in the fucking email was, I saw your speech.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. He's like, bro, you ain't even gotta do all that, man. Like, you got it. This shit hard. I fuck with the album. Just you talented. Just stay humble type shit. It was just that type of shit. OG big bro shit.
No, that's
which I respected. Yeah. I hit him back. I was like, man, that's 1,000. I was like, man, the crazy shit is, I was like, man, if this shit get out, I was like, I know Hov gonna see this and just shake his head like this. Yeah, crazy.
He understands. He's had his moments at that age too where it was like he wish he could take that back. But you know, you said things and it was kind of, I think it resonated with a lot of people. It was like, just give us the music.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
I just was in that moment, and I was like I said, I was blitzed off the Henny or whatever the fuck, bro. And
that Henny
I just was like, man, I just felt compelled to be like, man, bro, like, nigga, this shit hard. It just really be us in the studio, and I'm online. I'm seeing hoopla. I'm seeing niggas just doing all type of shit. Yeah, that shit cool, but like, who was really making what? That's all I was saying.
Yeah, you know,
what do we really care about?
Yeah,
is what it is.
Period, bro.
But even with that type of shit, because I've 1,000 times, especially on a podcast for fucking 5 years. I've said a bunch of shit that I meant. I was just mad the way I said it, and came across, and how it was presented. But I had to realize after, I'm still happy I got it out. I'm glad it came out. It was a reason. I could now move forward and realize I shouldn't get drunk and be on camera and just say some wild shit.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
You still, I'm glad you got that shit out, because I felt
what you were saying.
That entire thing.
Yeah.
Especially at that time, because we sat. And I'm someone, I like Donda. I think it's a good album. I still hated how long that shit was. It's like, are we caring about the music at this point? Because this shit is dragging. Now we're just doing a master class on rollouts and bullshit. And Ye ain't that one for me. I need the music. If that was a month, I would have been cool with it. Shit just dragged. Like, so when you said it, I was like, all right, I'm glad somebody said that mattered in Ye's life said it.
Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of people that hit me and was like, you like, you know, Ye could buy your whole life. This nigga got enough money. Ooh, all this crazy shit.
That's not what we're talking about.
You got real people that's like, man, nigga, I feel you, bro. Yeah. So it's like, I'm just leaning on that. Whether I don't even take, you know, the good compliments or the negative shit, no type of way. I just like all with a grain of salt. Like, it is what it is. That's how you feel. One way to look at it. But like, you know, that shit just was perspective, man. Like, it's always gonna be 50-50. Some niggas gonna love it, some niggas gonna hate it. You gotta just keep doing you.
You had he was playing some records in there. I remember a couple months ago, you was playing the joints that you did with Freddie and Big Sean. you're like the guy now, because I think a lot of your best shit is from people that you really fuck with on a personal level.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's something that I've been noticing with you. Like, is that something that you try to do? Like, if I got a connection with whoever, we try to get something done, or is it just something that you like? Fuck it, let's just.
Thinking about it right now, I mean, I feel like if you come to me and you got this idea in your head of like, oh, I need some shit that sounds like it's already in the top 10, like I need a record that sound like this or some shit like that, it's probably not gonna work out with somebody like me, because I literally just create song by song, bro, and try to just max out and make that song the best it could be. Certain people, they can't hear past, like if that shit don't come on, it sound like WAP or fucking whatever, some simple easy shit that a nigga could just hop on and win with. You know, which I mean, I do have simple, easy joints too, but at the same time, bro, I'm always trying to push it. Like every beat coming from me pretty much gonna sound different.
Right. The $500,000 with Dom.
Yes, sir.
I love the In the Hills joint that y'all did with Quentin.
That was energy right there, man.
But are we gonna get back to that? Because I feel like it's a space for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that shit that y'all was doing, that was almost like y'all was creating a soundtrack for like the summers in LA.
Nah, that's crazy, bro, because at that point in my life, I was living in Beverly Hills. I had this crib, this stupid crib I was living there, Dolo, right before I had my son, a couple years before I had my son. And that was like, that was my heyday.
Soundtrack?
That was the turn up. Like, we had this stupid vacation backyard. And I just was in that energy. So making In the Hills and them joints, we was really in that, bro. Like, it was turned up.
It was some dope music.
That's Dom already.
Yeah.
From West Side With Love 1 to Yellow Album.
Exactly.
Dom is the summer shit.
He talked to the females on his shit, man. Like
his new joint I'm fucking with.
Man, that's
shit he
that
just put
shit.
out. Yeah.
Fuck with
sound good.
Hell yeah.
It sound real good. But I like that $500,000 shit. I liked what y'all was doing. And Quentin, for whatever reason, I was just talking to one of the homies about this, like he was blackballed and everybody kind of not fucking with him. Which I'm like, I don't think Quentin ever did anything wrong.
Nah, I mean, I don't really know the serious root how shit got out or whatever the shit was. I just know that like that he's a solid motherfucker. Like I fuck with Quentin on a personal level. He pulled up on me last night. That's just my dog. Like he just come kick it. Like let me hear what you got. Let me hear what you got. Man. That nigga cold, bro. He's one of the coldest. I'm gonna say this on record. Quentin Miller, one of the coldest niggas in this shit. Period.
I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that.
But when you're working with people that's bigger than you, and it's not even a Drake or Meek thing, it's just that situation and all that energy that came, somebody needed to be the pawn, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but somebody needed to take the blame off all the bigger people that are over you and put it on somebody. And that's the unfortunate part that I feel bad for Quentin in that whole situation. Because he had to be the sacrificial lamb somehow.
No, I feel it.
Because even I don't think Drake was mad at him, and I really don't think Meek was mad at him. But somebody had to be mad. I'm gonna go on record
and say this too. I don't mean to cut you off. I think Drake should do a song with Quentin. I mean, he might not ever, especially after me saying this shit. But he should do that shit. That shit would be hard. That would be some real nigga shit.
Yo, Quentin is talented, man. You know, like I said, I know that whole situation has layers to it. But from what I know, I guess what the rest of the general public knows, I don't see what Quentin did wrong in that instance. You know what I'm saying? Like I know it's other hands involved in that or whatever, but point being,
unless
that
it was
$500,000
shit
shit
like where Drake was like, nigga, don't fucking play these references. You know what I'm saying? I don't know that ins and outs of that, so I can't speak on that. But I'm just speaking off of how I know Quentin. He a solid motherfucker. Like he a real nigga.
And he seems like he comes across like he's a solid dude though.
The Quentin shit with Meek and Drake both getting mad at him, that's like the equivalent of when your girl cheat on you, you mad at the dude.
Exactly.
Like the dude ain't do nothing wrong.
He didn't do anything.
He was minding
wrong.
his business. He landed some pussy real quick. She's
telling him she's single. Like, you know what I mean? You don't know. Like, you don't know what she was telling
This
him.
motherfucker Quentin went in there, helped out on some records, and minded his business. Put out a statement saying, "Yo, I love everybody." And now all of a sudden he getting beat up in a Foot Locker store or some shit.
That's
and now Drake mad, dissing him too. It's like, all right, man.
Yeah, man.
Working with Drake, is that to you right now? Because obviously Drake is probably the biggest artist in music right now.
That nigga just he just do numbers like it's fucking nothing, bro. Like, that shit's crazy to see. I knew that nigga since MySpace, bro. Like he know me, bro. Like for real. Like talking to this nigga on BlackBerry Message or whatever that shit was back in the day.
The side
him rapping Surf Club, all that shit. Like matter of fact, I got G right here. This nigga did live. Man, come say what up, nigga.
What's up, man?
G-Ride produced fucking TJ single. What's the shit you did? Calling my phone.
What's up, man?
All that shit. We been down since he knew Drake since way back too, through Chase. I met him through Chase. They used to always come to my crib in Fontana and niggas just cook, bro, just going in. And to see this guy, you know what I'm saying, go to where he's going, this shit is insane, bro.
But that's dope that you still keep that, you know what I mean, that energy around you.
Energy,
you got to.
In-house teams will keep shit going. This was around the Pole of the Dawn days, or?
This was before that, really. Or just like right around the same shit, because I was like 1 year out of high school when the Polo shit happened. So I met him right there. Yeah.
I feel like people
before
don't
we were signing our deal.
Yep.
I feel like people don't give Polo that credit.
Nah, Polo, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Polo is stupid inspiration, man. And I seen it firsthand. Like I'm 19 and I'm in the studio with this nigga, and Usher pulling up, Sierra pulling up, Fergie pulling up, fucking Pussycat Dolls. I'm seeing all this shit and I'm like, this nigga's at the top. He ain't just in here with some local trap motherfuckers. I can't add crazy shit, bro. No cap. I came to this studio, nigga, in 2006. Drove from Fontana. I had a Lexus SC400. I was 18 or 19. I was 19 at the time. I drove to Chalice, bro. And he was in here with Sean Garrett. Sean Garrett just wrote Summer Walker new single. They was in here working on Pussycat Dolls, bro. And that shit is just wild to full circle. I'm in this motherfucker, and this my home now. I'm in here fucking first 2 years in this studio. I won Grammys. This my third year. If we get nominated this year, I'll take that, but I would love to win.
Yeah, you want to win it.
3 nominations in a row is crazy.
Yeah.
Man, actually, this would be 4 because Sicko Mode, it lost the year before in the Racks in the Middle, so.
You definitely have looking at your discography, you have an interesting, like not many people could say they worked with Beyonce, Travis Scott, you know what I mean? Like it's just like that, Big Sean. It's just like you make music that really doesn't sound like just one particular person. I think you create shit that forces creatives to be like, oh, I want to try that. Because even with Nas, like the knock on him his whole career was people didn't like his beat selection. They didn't like the way his music sounded, the production.
That's crazy to me because that nigga got classics, but I can feel what you're saying when it comes to body of work and maybe some of the beats just like was overpowering with how he raps. He raps with a lot of knowledge, a lot of words, so you need a bed of music that can allow him to breathe on that shit, you know what I'm saying? And you don't get overpowered by the beat and the lyrics at the same time. I think that's just the confusion. I don't think it was whack beats. I think it's just...
It didn't fit him. It wasn't tailored for him.
Niggas had to really lock in.
I think there's been times when Nas has picked whack beats like every other artist ever, but I've really never understood, maybe because I am a Nas stan in that degree. I kind of hated that stereotype that one person said it and it just continued on. That Nas is the worst beat maker. He's picked some bad ones, but who the fuck has it? He also has fucking, what, 13 albums or some shit? 14 albums? Like,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of boof on a lot of niggas' albums.
He went, and you gotta look at the era that he was trying to navigate through too. Like, you went from that early 90s to having to navigate through the Puff Bad Boy era, so Hove picked bad beats at that time, Nas had to pick bad beats, like, he was navigating. So no one really puts longevity next to decisions.
Bro. Like niggas had to be outside for real and had to be moving around to see what was going on. Like you couldn't just hop on YouTube and be like, oh, this is cracking in Florida. This shit cracking in whoop-de-whoop. Like it wasn't none of that, nigga. Oh, we had to fly down there. We went to a festival or a fucking college show, you know what I'm saying, in the South. Oh, we learned about this. These niggas is cracking. We gotta do a song with them. Like it ain't. It's like, man, this shit.
Even from the way that people record, even the way that artists record music together now. Like most of the time back in the day, you had to be in the studio together, so you build that energy. Now you could just send it, email it, send me that.
His first Grammy, nigga. We in the studio together. I didn't fucking send him beats to New York. That nigga was like, "This where you at? This where you working? I'm finna pull up." It's really that simple, bro. Niggas be thinking about this shit too much, trying to. I'm not on no industry shit, bro. I just make music. I'm just a real nigga that came up off this shit because I put the work in.
Speaking of, and to try to like kind of change directions on this, have you been following a lot of the artists selling their catalog to whatever that buyer is?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I done had 3-4 people approach me like talking about numbers and shit, but I ain't, you know, I got some records. I feel like shit, if I hold on to these, I'm gonna be good.
So I'm curious because I had, when that first report came out, like when the Dream was selling it, I forgot who else was. I was like, damn, why would they sell their catalog? That makes no sense to me. Ownership is the greatest thing, everything that we're taught and understand. I started to look at that shit from a different angle as of recent, because I've been keeping my eye on that shit. I know it hasn't been super trendy because a lot of people are doing quietly, and I was like, something's coming.
Yeah.
And then I saw nothing was really happening right away, and I was thinking to myself, all right, if I could grab 100 mil liquid in this era, and I could know my kids could take 100 mil liquid, or I have something I want to invest in outside of music right now, and I got liquid cash. That might be the better option than my estate and my kids and my grandkids trying to chase down a streaming service to get my $5 grand a month. So maybe the liquid money might be better.
Did y'all hear about Tina Turner? Oh, damn, I don't even know if this is out or if this is some shit I should be talking about. But she sold her likeness and shit and all that shit for like 50 mil. She should have got more, right?
Absolutely. Her
Tina
likeness?
Turner, bro.
Yo, but you think about...
She in wax museums, right?
Right. Absolutely.
But I've just watched in this business how hard it is sometimes to track down your money, even if you own your likeness, your money, your catalog, everything. And you start getting in with lawyers and it's like, all right, we're down to half a penny on a stream. Yo, I might take that fucking 100 mil or that 50 mil for my likeness and give liquid money to my kids. Yeah. Not some shit they may have to chase the fuck down.
That's a great
Like, it sounds good owning your masters and your catalog, but it's like, yeah, but the way they cutting this dope right now, fam, I don't know what this is gonna be worth.
We don't know what's finna happen
in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Game is changing rapidly, and we just we don't understand like what's finna happen next. But I feel that, man, getting the fucking extra 40, 50 mil, that shit don't sound bad
at all.
Cause that's something you could legitimately pass down, and your kids won't have to chase it down.
Yeah, exactly.
Cause I see the biggest artists chasing down streaming services to get their own money, and money to them that's light.
Yeah.
They just do it off principle, off GP. Like, give me the money you owe me. Hell yeah, I'll sell this shit for 100 million to you. It took me a while to get that perspective, because I was sitting there like, yo, Dream is one of the greatest writers ever. He's worth more money than his catalog is worth way more money than this in my head.
Right.
But then you gotta look at, dog.
I got 30 more bombs finna drop. Like, fuck it, I'm finna sell this shit. That's, man, I'm fucking with it for sure, but it just gotta make sense on my end.
What, I mean, would you really consider, I want to ask, of course I want to ask you a number, because that's weird, but is that something that has crossed your mind with seeing all of that? Because I know more is happening behind the scenes more than public of people selling their catalogs.
Like I said, I had conversations with people, but I just like, I don't know. I'm so in the zone right now. It's like
I'm not thinking about that type of shit.
Starving. Like I'm not finna just. Like I'm going up. You know what I'm saying?
Not the time
like,
to think about that.
If I was going down right now, I'd probably be like, I'm finna get this shit.
Yeah, you gotta entertain it then. I like the fact you posted the a picture or a clip of the Versuz that you and Boy Wonder did, and you was like, yo, it's just crazy how far.
Bro, that shit blew my mind,
right?
Nigga, like that shit was like a fight. Like I was like, nah, bro. Even the shit, because I was in here with Nas just chopping it, vibing. He like, man, let's watch this Versuz shit. And it took me a minute to figure this shit out, bro. Like,
which Versuz was it?
To down the KRS and Big Daddy Kane joint. Like, I had to download the app, put my credit card. I'm like,
it's a lot of shit, right? Yeah.
Nigga, I'm buying this shit. I'm buying this shit. I was on this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But y'all got a piece of that though, right?
Yeah, they gave us a piece for sure.
Yeah.
The pyrotechnics and lights. I'm like, wow, they did it right. KRS was out there going dummy. I heard inside it was a different shit.
Feeling.
Watching it, niggas was like KRS. I liked his energy.
Yeah. But KRS One is, you know, that if you know that part of the hip hop and that legacy, that's what
he
they
an
do.
East Coast gangster, and I didn't realize that. Like, it sound like Dre studied his sound. NWA was kind of low key birthed from listening to his shit.
Absolutely.
The nigga rap like an East Coast Ice Cube to me, bro. Some niggas might be like,
that's
what you talking about?
That's a great comparison, actually.
But that nigga, Ice Cube, one of them, I think Ice Cube must have studied him. I don't know who came
up. Oh, no, Cube definitely studied.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel
everybody
like, wow,
studied
this
KRS
nigga rap just like Cube. Because I'm from the West Coast, so I'm more familiar, obviously, with Cube voice in his songs, but I fuck with KRS too.
And BDP wasn't for play.
Yeah, no.
Chris is a nice guy now.
Yeah. Much older and more mature.
Well,
you had a do you feel like you and Boy Wonder should get back in the ring now? Just because it's a bigger
I see
performance
niggas
and a
say
bigger
that
stage.
like, man, nah, bro, you going so stupid. You got to get back in that Versuz shit. I mean, Boy Wonder already said he don't want to do it. I'll do it versus somebody else just on some fun shit. Just
Right.
like see how these new records work out.
Right.
You know
Because it's
what
not
I'm
even a
saying?
battle no more. It's like a performance.
Yeah,
It's
that
like,
shit
The sound was shitty with y'all because it was IG
Bro.
live, and a lot of your shit. And not to say Boy
that shit
Wonder
is like watching
not too, but
VHS now, right? And that's
a
not
little
even a full
different.
That's
year.
crazy, bro. How fast shit
Yeah.
progress.
Yeah.
not even to be on some Versuz shit, but the JD Puff shit that came up.
Yo, they
JD's
was talking
JD's
crazy on that shit.
Well, I have to ask your opinion on this because I feel JD in the sense, and I've been on record saying, to me, outside of Quincy Jones, Puff has the greatest ear in music
Word.
history. I love Puff, but I feel JD's stance on saying, all right, there's a difference here. You're a producer. I'm a beat maker, writer, and producer. If we were to do a versus, tell me what you really did on that. And that's not to take anything away from Puff, because he definitely put them records together.
Vision, yeah.
But it's a different type of shit that JD did that I could see if I'm JD. I'm not getting in that ring. Put us both in a studio, just
hear you.
us, and let's come out and see.
That's
Let's
how
see
I
who
be
come out
feeling.
with some
That's how I
shit.
be feeling too, for real. Like, it's like, man, I be seeing these lists, top 50, top whatever. Like,
Yeah.
come on, bro.
Yeah.
Some of these niggas, like, no disrespect, but niggas are, I look at them like
disrespect.
businessmen. Like,
Yeah.
niggas hire producers
Yeah.
to do shit for them.
They delegate a lot of
And
shit.
like it be like niggas don't even add nothing. Like even if I do co-produce with some niggas that might be signing me or to my homies, I'm gonna really go in and fucking
Right.
put the man hours into this shit. I'm gonna be with the artist, putting the time into the bars, adding production. Some niggas be getting put over me and can't even fucking show up to the studio by themselves.
Right.
That's a ridiculous thing. So I get where JD is coming from. Like
Right.
nigga, I'm finna blow this NPC up.
Right.
What you finna do? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And that's no disrespect to Puff.
No,
Fucking
but I
genius.
mean,
Nobody.
Puff says it. He's don't worry if I write rhymes, I write checks.
Period.
And then JD was, I don't know about y'all, but every night the Money in the Thing. I write the songs that the whole world sing. I don't know about y'all, but every night I swing in a Ferrari. So it's just like, it's just different musical geniuses. Like Puff,
Period, bro.
Puff makes it cool. Puff gives it that lifestyle. He gives it that gloss. That
He knows what works.
You know what I
He knows
mean?
who to put with who.
JD
That's
is going
producing, but
Yeah,
Nah, for
JD's
real.
gonna build it from
For real.
the ground up and really make like music. He's
I
gonna
never
play
seen
instruments.
Khaled make a beat, but the nigga could get Beyonce, Drake, and fucking
That's a
Jay-Z on a
talent.
song at right now.
That's
if
a
he wants
skill.
to. That's
Yeah.
insane to me. That's
Yeah.
beautiful. Like he got something that he cultivated, energy. He can get in the studio and inspire the artist enough to want to fuck with some shit he
Right.
fucking with. That shit
He
beautiful.
makes you believe it.
if Khaled didn't blow up to what Khaled is now, Khaled would have been one of the greatest A&Rs of all time. If he would have stayed behind the scenes and just
sure.
been himself,
Word.
Khaled would have been one of the greatest A&Rs ever.
I mean, I feel like you still got to put him up there. Cause
I know
what
I
he
put
doing
him with
for
that
himself.
and much more because
Yeah.
he's done much more and he has really become that person that really puts those albums together and
Yeah.
puts his face on them, and he's one of the best promoters I've ever seen in my entire life, one of the best marketers. But if he would have just been his ear and that's it, that's all he ever had, and stayed behind the scenes, Khaled I think would
Right,
have
still would have
been
been straight. Nah, that's
Fat
he
Joe's
was
one of
able
those
to
people
turn
to me
this shit
too.
into a brand. Like niggas love just watching him do anything. Cut up a fucking piece of lobster. Like you watching that shit.
Yeah,
like, damn,
he's
this
just
shit
entertainment.
funny. He said,
He's entertainment. Who's one of the producers right now that every time you hear him, it pushes you
some
like,
shit.
yo, this nigga.
man, Boy Wonder, DJ Dahi, T Minus,
T minus.
motherfucking G Ride, my nigga G Dave. That's the homies BC. Motherfucking. Yeah, them, like for sure. The first three niggas I name is like when they be putting out a lot of shit. When I hear they shit, I'm like, damn. I hit DJ Dahi yesterday off the Maxo album. I did a song on Maxo Cream album, and he did some shit on there. I'm like,
Love Maxo.
and it's funny because I didn't even read the credits. I'm in my car just playing the album. I'm like, every beat coming on, every song. I'm like, this shit hard, bro. Every song, I'm fucking with it. You get to this one, whichever one Dahi had did. I'm like, this shit different, bro. I'm like, I don't really hear beats that much where I'm like, damn, this shit is, that's some shit. I was like, this might be Dahi. So I go on Wikipedia, look, Dahi, hit that nigga like you spazzed on that shit, bro.
Dahi's
Like,
fire. And
I
fuck with
don't
Maxo.
mind showing love.
Yeah,
It's
you
funny
got
like
to.
how niggas are like not show love to me, but it's like I still don't give a fuck, nigga. I show love to everybody, bro.
But you know that's an insecurity coming from,
Right.
peers that because you're obviously you're the guy right now.
Word.
And that comes with it where, because again, people may feel like they're better than you and they make better records, they produce better, their snares are better. Like, producers, y'all real intricate, like, them bum ass drums he got. Like, y'all do shit like that.
Nerd out on this
that
shit.
comes with it. That insecurity comes with it. It's like, everybody obviously knows you're talented.
Word.
But people have a hard time expressing it because they feel like, it's just supposed to be competitive.
Yeah.
And he can't see me sweat. He can't see me blink. It's kind of like I got to keep a poker face.
I've been there before too, though, so I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like at this point, man, we just all just making music, bro. This shit all pushing the next nigga to do some fire shit. Like, this shit beautiful to see, man.
Well, we found out I'd hit you to sit down right before I even seen the Sean Leakers freestyle, which assumed
Smoke that.
she was sitting next to him. Nah, that Sean freestyle, by Sean's standards, was crazy.
Yeah.
Sean's standards are great.
Exactly.
Who pissed him off, man? What happened?
Man, honestly, we talk every day, bro, and just his energy is just like, man, nah, bro, like this shit gotta be at the top. If it ain't at the top, then nigga, we not where we need to be.
What we doing?
Period, point blank.
Right.
And it's like that shit inspiring to me. Like that nigga living good. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas is out here living, and it's like to still be that hungry, still want this shit. Like nah, bro, we gotta really take heads off. Like every bar this nigga spitting, nigga on leaker shit, we dropping shit. Like I see what's going on. Like he just really take his time and he makes sure that every line is finna hit you in a way, and it might not even immediately hit you, but when it does, it's gonna be like, yo, that shit is crazy.
So in making that, because I know you and Sean obviously have worked forever and worked very often.
Yeah.
Having this EP come out, to your point of Sean living so good, EPs usually come from people that, one, are hungry and want to put music out, or two, people that need to put something out.
Word.
Sean does not need to put something out. Did y'all go in thinking, let's do an EP, or were y'all just making records at the time and was like, yo, let's put out 6 of these real quick?
I mean, since Detroit 2, we never stopped cooking, so that's my shit. I mean, just like he pushing me, I'm pushing him.
Right.
We talk every day, fucking, whether it's about the music or just about life, whatever. And we just had songs, and we was like, nah, bro. After we made a certain amount, we gotta put something out. We gotta really make this a whole situation. Like the song with Dirk and Bryson, Don Cannon sent over a loop to Sean. He sent a bunch of loops. Sean sent some of the loops to G-Rod. G-Rod started to bounce on it, brought it through, was like, fuck with the 808s, add some more drums, add some more sounds, did that, and we just built, you know what I'm saying? Like, we always just own this shit, bro. Like, we didn't know what that record was even gonna be. It was just Sean at first. We was like, this shit just gonna be Sean, and he like, fuck it, Bryson wanna hop on this shit.
Yeah.
Then after he hopped on it, we like, nigga, let's get Dirk on this bitch, and it's just about to be it's just a movie,
that
bro.
record's crazy.
Thank you.
I feel like Sean over the last few years has kind of publicly shown his growth, like as a person. I'm not talking about music at all.
He's been in the gym.
Pause. I feel like he's really opened up about him being depressed and him not really feeling fulfilled on certain shit. And you can hear it on Detroit 2. You could hear about the rollout with that. And even listening to the EP, it kind of felt like he got to the end, not the end of that journey, but he got out of that mess. It feels like a centered person. When I watched that LA Leakers freestyle, it felt like I was talking to somebody that finally understood all the bullshit that was bothering them for so long. Like the most centered person I've ever seen Sean. And I feel like with a lot of like the top tier artists, we haven't really caught like a centered person because they've disappeared and just don't say shit publicly really about their lives. And Sean, I feel like has done that to the degree of a top tier artist more than anyone else. So that felt, watching the LA Leakers freestyle, I was like, all right, he rapping his ass off, but this motherfucker finally found himself. He finally found himself,
Nah, for
which
sure.
I think is beautiful.
He talking about, just like even in interviews I didn't see him do, like talking about his meditation and him just really going on a true journey for that shit. Like it ain't just like, oh, I'm just talking out my ass. I read 2 or 3 books.
Exactly.
I'm talking shit. Like, nah, he really dug deep to be like, man, I'm finna elevate myself. And he come in talking about, man, we just have conversations before we even start working. It might be 2-3 hours of niggas just chopping it just about all type of things, and it's that shit going to the music, you know what I'm saying? That's really what it boiled down to. Like, he talking about this shit as we in the studio, And then he might think of 2 or 3 bars like, oh yeah, you got to put that in there. And then I'm there to push him to be like, nah, nigga, you really got to write that shit down, like, or put it in a voice note, whatever the case may be.
So yeah, working with Nas, a legend like that, do you see yourself working with like any R&B acts and like revamping their sound, like legendary R&B artists?
Man, for sure.
And like locking in on full projects.
I do an album with Charlie Wilson. You know what I'm saying? He was on both the Nas albums. Like I feel like we already got some type of synergy going to where it sound natural. That'd be hard to do something for bro. I mean, actually, damn, I don't know if I should even speak on this shit. Actually, I already said something about this, but me and Dream got something crazy with Usher. Like he put the whole play together, but I produced the beat, and he added production to it too. But he orchestrated the whole shit, wrote the song. Fucking crazy, bro. Like, I mean, doing the whole Usher album, that shit'd be insane, bro.
Listen, man.
Well, shit, with Lauren too. I know y'all connected on some rap shit.
Yeah.
Which was also hysterical when we can talk about it now because it's out now.
Right. You heard it before.
When I heard the shit of you just playing Nas shit and then just don't say nothing.
Yeah.
And then a Lauryn Hill verse comes in. It's like, all right, man. You just gonna sit in the corner, like quietly, like, oh yeah, let me just play you some shit. Yeah. Oh no, my bad. So I got a
Lauryn Hill verse.
Nah, cause I like seeing that reaction, like if people gonna catch it or not. Cause some people I would play it for wasn't catching it, like not understanding.
They should never be in the studio with you. Anybody that's not catching that should never be in the studio.
My ass, yo, right when she dropped the "I Get Out" bar, I just looked at him like, that's my favorite Lauryn song. I Get Out.
Like I said, everything came together natural. Like we had a couple records that was just him for a while, and then we was like, we should add somebody, like a record called Offense. Babyface Ray came through. I ended up doing his single that night. Then I did this Sean joint that's on What a Life. What You Expect. I'm tripping. Then we had them two for a while. Last minute, 42 Doug sent his verse in, and it's like, man, it's a whole situation now. Like that shit is about to be going crazy in the spot.
You think Sean felt like, and again, I'm speaking from a fan perspective, not knowing, with Cole coming out this year, Drake coming out this year, Kendrick supposedly coming out this year. I don't know.
That ain't supposed to be coming out tonight, right?
Yeah, that's what. In a few hours. Did Sean feel like, nah, I'm part of that 3? Because I feel like everyone says Cole, Kendrick, Drake. Sean is always that 4th that I feel should be in there, but somehow with the accolades doesn't quite get in that conversation. Did he want to get in the mix? But like, honestly, let me put this EP out because he's rapping his ass off. Did he want to just prove some shit? Because Cole's album, Cole just rapped.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't think it's like he never personally bring like anybody name up or like, oh, I need to be up there with these niggas. Like, nah, it ain't no shit like that. It's more so like, nigga, I know who I am. I know what I need to be doing. I know the level I need to be at with this shit and the radar I need to be on. So that's just more so the focus. Like, man, bro, I gotta take this shit up to the notches I know I belong at, period, point blank.
Are there any for like the up and coming producers and the cats now that are trying to get into music with the technology that we have now? Like, I feel like, I say this all the time, I feel like it's easier to get on or be seen or be heard
for sure
than it was, years ago coming up. What's something that you wish somebody would have told you, or producers, you would have heard a producer say when you was coming up that you would want to say to like the younger cats that's making music now?
Definitely. I mean, obviously people kind of know now that you can just go, like you could shoot videos, however many videos you want to, upload them motherfuckers, and they gonna do what they gonna do. Like when you just going off the rip and just having that natural fan base. I honestly, if I could go back when fucking Drake was repping Surf Club and we had, all this shit going Surf Club wise, fresh with the Polo situation, nigga, I would have been shooting videos, nigga. We was living in Atlanta with our own spot. Fucking Polo was letting me drive his Jaguar, nigga. This 06, I'm fucking 1920, and it's joints in Atlanta. So I'm looking like, you know what I'm saying? I'm looking like that dude. Yeah. And it's like, man, I could have been just shooting a Surf Club video after Surf Club video, but we thought we needed this. It was 06, 07. Yeah. We thought we needed a crazy budget. You know, we thought we needed this music exec to be the shit. Like, bro, we had fucking Drake shouting us out, nigga, on multiple songs. Like, we had niggas really trying to be down with the clique, but we didn't understand our own power.
Right.
And that's what I had to take back. And that's why I'm at this zone I'm at now, because I fully understand my power and I understand my talent level. And I also understand the fucking amount of time and hours I put into this shit. So everything that's coming, I nigga deserve this shit, bro. I thugged through a lot of fucked up shit. Falling out with Kanye fucked me up for a minute, bro. I was like, damn, nigga, am I gonna be able to really still do this shit? Like, I'm thinking it ain't gonna blackball. And, you know, just being 1,000, bro. It's niggas that came to me that was like, Ye said to this nigga, don't use HitBoy on your album. Like, I really lived through that, nigga. How many niggas go? How many motherfuckers could get through Kanye trying to derail they shit, bro? Yeah. So now you kind of see where my I'm at the Nas party. Like, nigga, I did a harder album for Nas than you did. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's just real.
But you think you could have realized your power until you thought it was taken away?
Yeah, that was part of it, bro. Like,
that's the blessing.
Having to go back into, like, all right, when I got on and I was doing this shit and I was flying out to fuck with different, you know, artists, I was just coming from the crib, bro, from naturally doing what I do every day. I wasn't thinking about the industry. I wasn't thinking about no rollout. I wasn't thinking about none of the bullshit. I'm like, nigga, these beats is hard. Niggas need to fuck with these. And getting back to there, I'm flourishing now, because it's like, I know where I'm at. I know what's going on, and I also know that momentum is a motherfucker, bro. I got the momentum right now, so if I keep putting in the work that got me to this place, I think I'm only gonna keep going up. If I slow down or if I stumble slow, you know, it's gonna be on me, because I did it before.
Do you feel some of that same pressure though? That same Kanye pressure in I have the momentum now, I can't fuck this up. Do you feel that tension at all?
Not at this point, bro. Like, nigga didn't want Grammys with Nas, bro. Like, if I would have came to niggas and been like, hey, yo, I'm finna do this Nas album, nigga. You think we gonna win a Grammy? Niggas would have been like, bro. Come on,
it'll be a cool little side project.
Coming off the Kanye shit, all that, the narrative, niggas would have been like, HitBoy, nigga, fuck you talking about? You not finna win a Grammy with Nas. But I was like, this is fucking Nas, nigga, and I got these beats in my computer. How the fuck we gonna lose? Like, that's how I looked at it.
Do you ever want to have like a real personal like conversation with Kanye though, like, and just like a heart to heart?
I mean, that would be the shit. I want to work with the nigga for real. Like, I love the nigga because I just grew up on him. Like, that was my era. Like, I started making beats 03. The nigga came out in 03, basically, like, as far as his own shit, turning up. And that shit inspired me, watching him. And that's some things that I told him with certain, you know, situations we had, certain conversations. We didn't have some, bro. He a Gemini, I'm a Gemini. I'm on the cusp, though, towards Gemini. We didn't have some real back and forths, and I like to tell niggas how I really feel, and certain niggas at a certain stature don't like to hear that shit. But I don't give a fuck, nigga. I'm gonna tell you how I feel, bro. I don't care who you are. So that's just what it is, and that made us bump heads. But I'm like, at the end of the day, we made fucking a song that you could perform 20 times in one night. You can't do that, bro. I went to the Astro World concert. I just knew fucking Travis was gonna perform Sicko Mode at least twice. He did that bitch once. That crazy. Bitch diamond. Niggas in Paris ain't even diamond. But you could perform that motherfucker 20 times in a night.
That's a fact.
So why wouldn't me and Kanye, you know, just be able to chop it? But you don't know where niggas is at mentally.
That's exactly.
All that.
Exactly.
But also, was it
I don't know if I'm being too candid.
Nah, man.
Was the Ye shit a personal type of level too, or just a professional?
I took it personal after I heard certain shit about him telling people like not to put me on their albums and shit like that. And just certain little things that it's certain shit that I'm not gonna speak on because it's just too real. And it's too like crazy. But yeah, just certain shit that I see go down was kind of crazy to me, bro. Like, that's how niggas get down in this shit. Like, oh, it's not about if you hard or not.
Nope.
Like, that was my thing. I would have rather it been like, your shit not hard. Your beats these beats ain't the shit. Niggas is sitting there, man, nigga, I want you to do my whole shit, nigga. I'm canceling out everybody.
There you go.
And then the next week, like, I ain't fucking with you because of whoever, whatever, however it went down, ego, whatever. Don't tell me I'm the shit and then be like, fuck you the next week. Cause that's just, I mean, nah, it is.
Unfortunately,
what it is,
ego
bro.
is something that, you know, especially as black men, when
We just was talking about
yeah,
that,
like
bro.
you reach a certain, you know, level of success, or you start to make a certain amount of money and fame and whatever the fuck else, like our egos get in the way of a lot of beautiful things.
Yeah.
And it stops a lot of things from happening. And, you know, it's good to still hear you say, like, yo, you love Kanye. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
and
up.
you would want to have a heart-to-heart with him. Like, that's you removing your ego, because you the guy right now. You can talk a lot of shit right now, and you can have a crazy ego yourself,
Word.
but you still keeping it to a point where it's like, nah, but I really love dude, though. You know what I
Straight
mean?
up.
And I think
Straight up.
as black men, we need to do more of that. It's okay to be upset
Nah, for
and
real,
have an
for
ego,
real.
but let's still talk and get through
Man,
that.
bro, I really be studying, man. Like, sometimes I go back and listen to old interviews. I had ran across an old Nas interview, and at the height of the fucking Hove Nas beef,
Mm-hmm.
the niggas on the radio, like, that's my brother. I love this nigga. Whether we talk shit,
Mm-hmm.
that's still my brother. I love him because of that. He a black man, that's my brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas could go through they shit, but that's why I fuck with Nas so heavy, bro. He ain't no petty ass nigga, like,
Right.
period.
Right. And he has every right to be because of who he is. He could be very petty if he wanted to.
And
real.
a lot of people have done him dirty where he could be
Oh,
petty.
God. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
I guess the last question I have, non-music related. Outside of music and your family, what fulfills you?
Side of music and my family. Man, bro, fucking going outside and it's sunny and it feel good and I got a nice fit on and my fucking jewelry.
Yeah.
It's regular shit, bro.
Yeah, I see you with
I
your
don't need
Rico and
much.
shit, nigga.
I don't-
Yeah, we know you
I don't
busting
need-
checks,
you know what
nigga. I
I'm
see
saying?
you.
I don't need much, bro.
Yeah.
I like to go out with my, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's family, my son. Like,
Yeah.
go to the park with my son, bro, on some regular
Simple
shit,
things.
man. Like,
Simple things.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Like,
good to have, you know, money and be able to do things you want to do,
obviously, we need that
but
shit.
yeah, but you talking about just on a level of just in life, everybody's
beat.
healthy.
It's like when I
everybody,
feel happy, nigga, I'm out doing the most regular thing,
Yeah.
man. That
Yeah.
shit is the best.
yeah.
You think music's consumed you too much just to the position you in? It's funny, like
That's heavy.
even with the Leakers freestyle, that right when Sean got on the Friends, Drake and Jay record, when he got into that family being your backbone and everything that you're doing, like sometimes, do you know how to differentiate between I'm making music because this is my passion, or now this is my job and people in my life are required, their livelihood is required on me making this shit? Is there a
Oh,
difference
man.
in how
My
you think
pops
that
in
way?
prison, you know what I'm saying? My mom, I take care of like her, I take care of my grandmother, I take care of my sisters, I take care of pretty much everybody in my family, bro. That shit is, it's everything, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely an obligation, but I love it so much that it don't feel
Right.
fucked up to me.
Right.
Cause I will be doing this shit
Right.
regardless.
Yeah.
So it's like for me to be able to be in a position to work with prominent artists that really want to come rock with me and want to buy beats, nigga, that shit beautiful, bro. I look at myself as like a sax fifth. I'm coming through, nigga. I'm gonna have variety.
Shit
I'm finna
everywhere.
have,
Yeah.
You might not get your whole album, nigga, but
Yeah.
you might get this coat.
You gonna get a
You might get a
crazy-
pair
yeah,
of shoes.
yeah.
And you gonna find something if
Right.
you come through with a level head and be like, I want to fuck with this nigga
Right.
for real.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, listen, man, I mean, you know, aside from us just wanting to kick it with you on a personal level, man, I just want to, you know, say it's been a pleasure watching your career take off the way it has,
Hey.
working with, you know, legends from my childhood like Nas. You know, it's just dope to watch good people win, man. And you one of the dudes that I sit back and I watch and I'm like, yo, he's just a dope dude. Like, he's a
That's
good
love.
dude. He's solid and he loves what he does. He's passionate. I love how you are with your family.
Word.
I mean, it's just nobody has anything they can say negative about HitBoy.
That's love.
You know what I
man.
mean? And I think
Shit.
that's why your blessings have been in such an abundance, because you're just a solid individual. So salute to you, man.
Salute.
Keep doing what you're doing.
I appreciate y'all
I'm
boys
supporting
pulling up
you
y'all
forever.
right here
Nah,
in
man,
my
you
backyard. I'm in this one.
Oh no, you know,
every
whenever
day.
we come out here, I try to shoot you a text. I know you busy, but just to let you know, like, yo, listen, man, we in town. You know, it's all love, man. If we can link.
Run the exclusives, run the new shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
man.
got to
So I
got to hear that.
appreciate
Got to hear the
niggas,
new
man.
records, man.
You know, I talk passionate, man, so don't think I'm like with the calm, not feeling no way about none of this shit, bro.
love it,
But
man.
I
I
just
love it.
talk
You don't
how
do-
I talk, man.
Don't,
Right.
don't explain it, because you realize you're talking to an audience in
Yeah.
the world. The moment you say something that don't belong to you, they're just gonna assume what they assume already.
Right, exactly.
I know you not really feeling a way about it. That's just how you talk.
Yeah.
know we go through that shit all the time. Just be yelling. It's like, no, I'm not mad. This is just
No.
how I talk.
Right.
So yeah, you can't get caught up on that. But thank
sure.
you so much. Appreciate you, bro.
Nah, it's love, man. Off top. Yes, sir.
My guy. Thank you for taking the time.
AC on,
Yeah.
man.
Ooh, my nigga. Appreciate you, bro.
You already know.
Everybody around me yelling.